I want to tell you a story about DHHC, Deaf and Hard of Hearing Center. It was recently set up here in Galveston, near something. Voodoo McColling? That corner, that intersection of Ashby? That center, well, started to try to set up things for deaf people. Deaf people, they noticed that deaf people didn't have a lot of services offered to them in Galveston. There's very limited resources for the deaf and hard of hearing, very limited. Compared to other cities like Austin, Dallas, Houston, who had outstanding programs, but Galveston was lacking. They had many different, they have the outreach services where they go and they contact people, parents who are hearing with deaf children, people who have no clue what to do with their deaf children. They're afraid for their children's future. What does deaf mean? Oh, they just sit there? Well, it depends. The deaf center wants, or the center wants to teach people that their children have many options for education. It's not limited. They can go to a deaf school, a mainstream school, an oral school, a day school. They have many different choices. So the center informs the parents. The parents can look at the pros and cons of each school and make the right decision for their child. It's like deaf and hearing parents meet. That word with family, meaningless. Gathering money. They're just like hearing people. You encourage the hearing parents encourage them to be positive. They encourage their children to be positive. Deaf outreach. That's my place. What do? Well, there's a lot of things I do. I want to set up a search and support system group. Kind of like A. And he set that up. I'm going to set that up in June. It's going through the processing of getting started. I need more resources, information to give out. I need the deaf and hearing to join and chat and socialize and be together. I want to teach sign concepts. I want to teach them. I want to introduce them to that. I don't know about the Deaf Center. Now it's open. It's there, free information, depending on what group and your literacy. Natural, how you learn to read and graduate high school. In third grade, your reading level was low. Or most of the world can read above a third grade reading level. Eighth or ninth grade level. Deaf, they're less than a third grade. So we want to set up a reading program to teach them how to read, and that reading isn't hard. It's a lot of work. You have to work at it to get skilled. And we'll see how it all works out. The other thing to do is educate the hearing parents about support systems for them. notify them on monthly deaf events where they can go play games and socialize and just have a party, a good time, and say, "Oh, everyone's like me." You get exposure. They get exposure to the deaf culture. And the Galveston School is more mainstream culture, language, ASL, mainstream culture doesn't have any of that. dhhsc, we cherish ASL and we hand it down to our children so they know our culture. Maybe you have a volunteer reader to read a letter or bill, something, law. Deaf people can't read. They can't read that. They don't understand it. A college student could read it, and recently they got a grant. The center got a grant. Texas Companion for, wait, I didn't even catch that. Texas Commission for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. It's over in Austin. dhcc got a grant for $5,000. What for? Deaf support, RSS, a regional person, specialist. So we hope that we will welcome them. It depends on how the process goes along. Responsible for controlling the deaf business and going and meeting with different people in different agencies. Many different agencies, informing them about and educating them about the needs of the deaf, the special services that we offer. When we travel, 25 counties, and we travel around there and contact all the deaf who live out there and in rural areas. We go and we contact them and we teach them about it and have a good time. Go and we find these people. And RRS has a list of stuff that they do. dhhsc has services in Galveston in that area. The hard of hearing people services, they're easy to get a hold of too. Most of the hard of hearing focus on assistive services or assistive devices. For something yourself and your computer fall behind and it deteriorates, it's hard for people to accept it. You have to learn new skills again. We teach them, we assist them in learning that. We give them back their independence. More services for the hard of hearing. There's a whole list. You can come visit the dhhsc sometime.